We're ready. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures Morning Show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. I am an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of 6 and 7 figure CEOs. However, I have a mission, and that mission includes you. I want to help you to stop spinning your wheels and struggling to get to your first six figures in business. I want to show you how to make the money and create time freedom. That's make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I started this journey in Belize, but guess what? I'm going to spare you the 5 year journey, but I am going to tell you that 5 years ago today, I made it to Mexico. And although I haven't stayed in Mexico all 5 years, I am back in Mexico living my best life and working my best business. Okay. So, what we're talking about today is a non-monetary currency that you can be spending in your small business for business growth. Okay. The blog, it all starts with the blog, is at shaycannon.com/currency. Okay. Currency. I didn't hear the Alabama in that, so I'm not going to spell it. Currency. Y'all heard me. All right. So, yesterday, we got a good start with it. We've already talked about two currencies you can use and spend for your business growth. We talked about, oh, well, let me tell you where this all started, right? Because at the end of the day, right now, money is still an issue for most of us. Most of us small businesses and entrepreneurs don't have a lot of capital to spend to reinvest in our business for our business's growth, right? So, in a conversation with Heather, she's right here on my Hollywood Squares, on last week, we were talking about currency that's not monetary, right? And so I was like, there's this book called Kingonomics. So the book is called Kingonomics, the 12 innovative currencies for transforming your business and life, inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King. This book was written by Rodney Sampson. He was inspired by MLK. I was inspired by him, right? Now, his 12 currencies are service, connectivity, positivity, personal responsibility, self-image, diversity, character, dreaming, openness, creativity, and courage. And so all 12 of those things are great. No doubt they are assets that are valuable to business and life. But what I found was I'm a literal person. So I look at currency as something I can spend in exchange for something else of value, right? And so I came up with 4 currencies that I feel like you can go out here and spend in lieu of money to get some value back into your business. Okay. Now on not Monday, because Monday I was asleep. My bad. But Tuesday we talked about 2 currencies to make up for the fact that I was asleep on Monday. We talked about that your knowledge is a currency. Okay. We also talked about that the resources that you have at your disposal, they're a currency also. You can spend your knowledge and your resources like money in exchange for other things of value. We talked about it in detail. Catch yesterday's replay. Okay. Today, we're going to talk about your assistance. Your assistance has a value to it, okay? Your assistance, yeah, literally you assisting, okay? Small businesses are always in need of assistance with something, and lending a helping hand can be met with great reward, okay? How many of y'all don't even have a team? Don't you need some assistance, right? How many of y'all have a small team? You still need assistance, right? And some of it is just not assistance inside of your business, but it could be, right? Sometimes you just need somebody to come and volunteer to help you out a little. How many of you have had events? You need extra helping hands, right? And you can get that helping hand in exchange for something else. All right. So think about it like that. Some of us just, oh my God, I'm bogged down with clients right now. Can you handle some of this onboarding for me? Right? You can do things inside of someone else's business that has nothing to do with the expertise that you sell. You're just a helping hand, right? How can I jump in and help you? Because I see, sister, you are overwhelmed. If I can jump in and help you with this, will you have time to help me with that? Come on, that's assistance, right? Then I even talked about testimonials, right? If you are willing to beta test things for people, you can give feedback, right? People need feedback to make it better, but you can also give a testimonial that can then be used in marketing, right? To help other people make a buying decision. And let me tell you, the best testimonial is a video. If somebody has given you something of value for free, give them a video in exchange. That is heavily valuable. There are people paying for their stuff that works that are not giving video testimonials. That's how important it is. Okay. So a video testimonial would be great. And then of course you got your joint offer. Y'all can come together and sell something. Y'all can bring your values together and sell something and split the proceeds. We kind of talked about that yesterday. You can cross sell. We kind of talked about that yesterday. If you don't know what cross selling is, that means Dr. Tachi is telling people about what a great business coach I am, and I am telling people about what a great network she has. And if you have a business or anything of value to say, you might want to check out trying to be on that network, or guess what? Watch the network. Okay, so we could cross promote each other. Those are things that we can do, and so we can do things to help each other to get fresh leads, right? So I'm exposing my audience to Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi is exposing her audience to me, right? So now we have the benefit of both audience to cross sell. So I want to give you a little more before I go around, right? And that is, we already talked about the beta testing with feedback and testimonials, right? But what about even doing something for free for somebody, right? It could be, I would like it to be your service, right? Where the exchange is you get to tell details about where they started and how you got them the transformation. That's deeper than a testimonial, right? So I can say, okay, Dr. LaFera, you've never had a strategy session with me. How about I give you one for free in exchange for me being able to tell the details of how I transformed your business? Now, Dr. LaFera, that's not a real offer. Cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. All I'm saying is that could be, right? And so now I would be able to say, okay, this is where Dr. LaFera was, right? I get to use her name because in exchange, right, for the value, I get to have a real person as a case study. We love case studies. We don't want people to just come up and say, oh, what Shay taught me works or whatever. We love that. But if we can get somebody to go into detail about this is where my business was, and now this is where my business is. Okay. For example, I have the pleasure of being able to say I had a client, right, who had an agency that when I came into her business, she basically had hired friends in her business. So she was paying people, but still doing all of the work. Now, I knew when I stepped into the business, I was going to have to fire them folks, but I also knew I was going to have to tread lightly because those were her friends, right? All I did was, the first thing I did was create a structure. Because when people in your team are not working well and you're not getting results, you start with structure. You don't start with the people. Okay. So it's probably your fault because you don't have structure for them to be in. Now they're probably out of ethics and integrity too, but you start with structure. I applied the structure. They couldn't fit the structure. I showed the CEO how that structure works and how now she's paying people who are not working the structure and she's double working. And that's why she's overwhelmed. And guess what got to happen? I got to hire people into the position, right? And guess what happened? Not only did she make her first 6 figures within a year, she made multiple 6 figures within 2 years. So that's a case study. You see what I'm saying? We're going into detail on how I help. Okay. Now, case studies are great. So that is assistance that can be of value. I do something for you and you do something for me by allowing me to give the details of what I did for you. Okay. Content creation, it includes reviews. Okay. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a whole way to make money out there called affiliate marketing, right? One of the strategies of affiliate marketing is to create content that compares things, right? And have an affiliate link for it. For example, there are plenty, when y'all are out there looking and see, well, should I do active campaign or should I do this? All you got to do is Google and what pops up. These people who have written blog posts and articles about, this is what's good about active campaign. This is what's good about the other one. And they got an affiliate link for both, right? Well, guess what? Who else can do that? We can do that for each other, right? So very easily, can I get a link to Glow's t-shirts, right? And I'm talking to people about, hey, this is what's different about her t-shirts versus somebody else and somebody else, right? And then the link that I'm using is an affiliate link. Did we not just assist each other, right? So start to think different on that. You can co-host events and training sessions, right? Co-host event and training sessions. I purposely get to know people who are in operations like I am. Purposely. We can do collaborations, right? We can host In fact, my last summit that I hosted, not this past year, but the year before, was all about operations. And all I did was interview other people in operations to help people to get to know their skill set too. Because although operations seem like that's one thing that one person has, there are different subsets in operations. So I talked to somebody that was in project management. I talked to somebody that was in staffing. I talked to somebody that was in tech. And I can't even remember. I talked to somebody I think that did like some other type of structure, right? So get to know other people in your business or other people that can bring value to your audience and interview them, co-host an event, something like that. Okay. Then you could do the same thing with blog posts. Have somebody come and guest blog, you go guest blog. Okay. Lead generation and referrals. We kind of talked about that already. And in the affiliate link space, that's still lead generation and referrals. Okay. Skills exchange. Yes, you can assist people in their business with what you actually sell. Okay. But again, like we said yesterday, when you're doing that, make sure that you know the value of what you're selling and the value of what you're exchanging it for. Okay. Let's see, volunteer work. We talked about that. Expert panels and podcasts. I just interviewed Dania, who is another operations person for the magazine that is releasing on next Monday. Right. So you can easily bring in other experts as a panel, as guests, not just for blogs, not just for content, but also for your video shows, for your audio shows. Dr. Tasha can tell you all about that video show stuff, right? You can even do crowdfunding. Did y'all think about crowdfunding as assistance, right? And Heather, you looking crazy and you looking surprised, but you are somebody who gave money for the crowdfund and be an investor for a curl mix. Like how you don't know, right? So with this additional information, right? My question this morning is, what assistance do you need in your business that someone can possibly help you with? And what assistance could you give to someone else in their business that could possibly be of value to them? Okay. And today we are going to start with Teray. So Teray, what assistance do you need in your business that someone else can come in and help you with? And what assistance could you give to someone else?
Good morning, ladies. The assistance that I need is testimonials. So even my publisher right now, she's like, okay, your book is about to go live on Amazon, but we're gonna make that ebook free for some days.
Yes.
So that people can read the book and give you testimonials. The more testimonials you have, the better book sales you'll have going forward. So that makes sense.
It does.
Assistance that I'm given, this actually happened yesterday, like yesterday evening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know Chef Nina, she's about to do a food tour in
Okay.
like 5 cities. And I reached out to her. I was like, I want to help you. I don't know if you have a team. I want to be part of your team. I know I can learn a lot from you. I like to cook. I'm a home amateur cook, but I'm a master chef in my mind. But you're a for real master chef. And studying under you would be better than going on the master chef's show, which is what my husband wants me to do. So she was like, absolutely.
Awesome.
So I'm assisting her. I'm not like you know what I mean. I'm assisting her, but the value that I'm gonna get is like a bucket list item for me, like for my
Love it.
life. You know what I mean?
Love
So this actually happened. She was like crying. Oh my goodness, thank you. I'm like, child, please. You know, I'm gonna be your shoe. I'm gonna do what you tell me to do, and I'll travel if you want me to. So, but yeah, I'm
Come on,
excited
sous chef. Come on, sous chef in
about
the
it.
building. All right, I love it. Heather, what assistance could you use to help grow your business, and what assistance could you give someone else to help grow their business?
So I could use someone with a much larger audience than mine so that I can get in front of more people, because that's really, I think, my primary obstacle,
Mm-hmm.
or challenge, rather, not obstacle, challenge. And then the assistance that I can lend is, I don't think enough business owners understand the power of telling their story. And so I could talk to someone else's group about how business owners can structure their story to get more traction out of it so that, they can then sell more offers themselves. So
Love it. Love it. All right. Dewana, look, speaking of chefs, Dewana, What assistance could you use in your business, and what assistance could you give another business owner in exchange?
I too could use testimonials and feedback and what I do want to exchange for, or what could I use? I mean, I'm saying, what could I get back from somebody else? I don't know. I just know that I need some more feedback and some more testimonials and some more clients. So I don't know.
Okay, okay. And what can you give in exchange?
I mean, just my services, really. I don't know. I don't
Think
know.
about that a
Let me
little
think
more.
about let me think about that a little. I'm sitting here going through it. I don't know.
Because think about all of your geniuses. You see what I'm saying? Not just what you sell, just all of your because it's assistance. It's not always necessarily what you sell as an expert. It's what are you? I mean, come on, you got 2 kids and a husband. You are organizer just by default. You know what I'm saying? So you can help with other things that don't have to be cooking.
Well,
Yeah,
plus
let me
you're an advocate for food as medicine.
yeah.
And a lot of people want to go all natural, right? Like they want to get rid of the chemicals and crap in their lives. So you could talk about food as medicine and how you can heal yourself from the inside out. You're an expert in that.
Well, you know, and that is my judge. That is really,
Come on,
really what
Kimberly.
the forefront of my, yeah, what it is that I do.
So you
It's
could
not
offer
even so much
that,
the cooking for me, it's the
right?
education. Yeah.
Right. So like you and Dr. LaFera could work together. You could offer that to her audience for busy women who want to heal themselves from the inside out. How can they do that without spending a lot of money and time?
Love it.
They love it. Thank you, Heather.
All right. Dr. Tachi, what is something that you need assistance with for your business growth? And what is something that you can give someone else that's assistance for their business growth?
Guten Morgen. So I think that I not I think I know that I need help with marketing strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And in exchange, there could be, for example, a slot, some sort of time slot, whether it's sponsored programming or whatever, to a reach of nearly 1 million.
Ooh, love it. Love it. So did y'all hear that? Look, who need that? Okay. In fact, I just heard Heather say she needed that. Heather might need to
She
get on
did,
that.
and that's why I'm not paying any attention to her, because I'm like, you have that, witch.
So Heather, it sounds to me like you need to get with Dr. Tachi to see what other slots that you can fill besides the show that you have. She has offered to all of her creators that you could do extra material that can fit in as commercials, that can fit in as mini content, all the things. Don't come off the mic. You need to get with her. So we're gonna move
I
on.
was just saying true, and thank you.
Yeah, whatever. Kimberly Miles. Look, witch. Kimberly Miles. Oh, the witch was for Heather, but now I'm calling Kimberly. You may not be able to come off the mic, but please put in the comments what is some assistance you need in your business for growth, and what are some assistance that you can give to someone else's business for growth. Now, let's go to Dr. LaFera. Dr. LaFera, same question. What is some assistance that you need in your business for growth? And what is some assistance that you can give in exchange?
It's a new year.
All right, Dr. LaFair, what you got?
I wrote down a couple of things.
Uh-oh, come on.
They're like kind of different stages in that funnel. But one is visibility and awareness. So I guess they're the same thing. Like Dr. Tachi said, marketing strategy. So I could get some testimonials and how I help people to reverse health conditions, lose weight, to feel better, look younger, all that good stuff with food and lifestyle changes. And the assistance that I could give is a doctor's perspective on how food and lifestyle changes, starting with me, and then a few of the people that I have worked with to do so, to control perimenopause and various health conditions.
Gotcha. All right, I'm loving it. Glow. Can you come off the mic? There you go. So, Glow, what assistance do you need in your business for business growth, and what assistance can you trade for someone else's business growth?
Hey ladies. So it's crazy that we are talking about this, because last night I actually had someone reach out to me and telling me that they want to create a contract for my podcast and also like create like an episode sheet for me. The lady that actually reached out to me, she has been on my podcast like at least I want to say at least about 4 times, but she does other services as far as like she's a photographer or anything. So I feel like, being that she's doing like she reached out to me for that, maybe one day I can assist her in when she go like take pictures or something. I can, help her so that because sometimes she took pictures from me one time and sometimes she can't be organized. So I can be that person that can help her be organized. I also had someone reach out to me, letting me know that they are, they do assistant work, being that I have been looking for that. And someone did reach out, but she reached out. But I also do I also do her husband's hair. So that's I feel like that's an exchange, but I'm gonna pay her just as well as she pay me, but that's still like an exchange for me because she didn't have to let me know that she's an assistant.
Love that. I love that. Our resident video live stream expert is here, Shawana Kennedy. What is something that you need assistance with in your business? And what is something that someone else can give? No, I'm mixing it up. What is something you need assistance with in your business of value? And what is something that you can give of value in exchange for is someone else's business? So while I'm confusing you, let me read what Kimberly Miles has said while you think for a moment. Kimberly said, I already know I need Shawana. I'm not sure what I can offer industry wise, but I'm an expert in customer excellence, customer service excellence, and employee to employee engagement. And then she said to Ray, I'll do a video and or a post for your book. So awesome. I'm loving the collaborations and the exchanges. So Shawana, what do you need assistance with in your business for business growth? And what assistance can you give in exchange to someone else for their business growth?
Good morning, ladies. One of the things that, because I am a creative, there are certain things on the back end, whereas like organizationally, but of course, in all things video with how I can help you be seen online. So it's us scheduling and potentially talking through a mini strategy. So then you can create a couple of, small things so that you can have something tangible that's purposable for you to be seen and heard more in video. And I do see you, Kimberly, and I will connect with you today. So thank you for saying that.
I love it. I love it. So as we're talking about this, right, what I understand is that as we're going through the year, like what we need assistance with will change. What we possibly can bring value with could possibly change. So I think that we need a weekly post. What do y'all think? Or maybe a monthly post. Which one? Bi-weekly? What kind of post? What is the routine? What is the consistency? But I think we need a post where we put it out there of I can offer this, but I need this, so that we can continue to help each
I
other
say
and collaborate.
bi-weekly.
Yeah,
Bi-weekly,
and
Glow?
I actually saw Delmar yesterday put a post up about how she's available for speaking
Mm-hmm. Okay.
engagements, and she,
Okay.
had a nice graphic, but it also had a QR code.
Love it.
Did you hear me?
Love it.
Did you hear me?
All right. I heard you. QR code. I heard it all. I did.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
paused for a moment, but we got it. Okay, so bi-weekly. So we're gonna have a bi-weekly post. I'm gonna put one up starting today. Of just putting out there what you can help with and what you need. I love that because it is one of our pillars that we collaborate. And so as we were talking, I started to understand, hey, we got enough people here to help each other, right? So that's what we'll do. I'll put the first post up today and then we'll do another one in 2 weeks. So we'll do it twice monthly is what I'll say, rather than every 2 weeks. Because y'all know I go on the first, third, or second and fourth, is how my mind works. So did anybody want to add anything else about assistance or assisting as a currency? Y'all look quiet. All right, cool. So guess what we get to do today since we finally have time? Oh, what you got, Teray? Teray trying to rescue
Yeah, I
Teray.
have a question.
Yeah.
To me, there's a fine line between your assistance and your knowledge.
Yeah, it is.
Can you tell us what the difference is? Because I'm thinking that it's easy to mix them up. Not that it's not that we can't confuse them, but what is the specific difference between sharing your knowledge and
Mhm.
sharing your assistance?
Okay. So if I am having a virtual event, right, and I just need you to help me as far as anybody who's saying they can't get into the virtual event, anybody saying what is the link, anybody that doesn't take your knowledge. You ain't got to be smart to help me with that and assist me with that. You see what I'm saying? So there are things that takes an above average knowledge, and then there are things that just takes common sense. The things that are common sense can be assistance, but you can mix them. You see what I'm saying? Because really all I want y'all to do is if I throw out a different word that makes you think differently about the same thing, I don't care. As long as you have some type of currency to put out there of value and get some type of currency back that is of value. But to me, the difference between knowledge and assistance is the level of knowledge. If it's something everybody knows, we're not really counting it as knowledge. Most people know that, right? That's probably assistance. Cool beans. Anybody else got a question or anything they want to add? Or even how can I add this to my business? Y'all did a good job though. Okay, good. Oh, look, Glow, come on.
Well, okay. So with the assistant that I was speaking of, she asked me what was my budget.
Mm-hmm.
But like Teray said, like, what if, like, okay, so will I manage my budget if I have to tell her tell her what to do and how to show her how I need things to be done? I know we talked about this once before, but will I suggest like a budgeting around if I have to tell her what to do and she don't automatically know what to do? Does that make sense?
I think I got it. So when someone is asking you what your budget is, it's probably because they're trying to figure out how to help you in a way that fits the budget that you have, rather than suggesting things that is outside of your budget, right? So that's usually the reason for that question. Now, on your end, you can say, I have a budget of this amount, if you know what you're doing and I don't have to help you. But I have a budget of this amount if I have to put in my time with my money. You see what I'm saying? You can
Yeah.
say it like that.
Thank you. I was looking for a word.
Yeah, yeah. And that's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. Dr. LaFera.
So mine is more of a question of uh, how can I apply this to my business? So I about a couple of months ago reached out to someone here who has like a studio because I wanted to I'm going to be doing more speaking this year um about overcoming health challenges and also how to use food as medicine. But so she put together like this whole workshop and it's around Valentine's Day. And like she's selling tickets. And like, so I don't feel right now asking for anything as far as speaking, but um I do have like books and I'm working on like an ebook to sell. So like how would you suggest that I leverage that situation for my business?
Um, so I like the idea of the ebook, but I don't like the idea of you trying to sell it. This is an audience that's new for you. So you took the organic marketing workshop and challenge. And so what you know is those people are going to be tofu for you. So asking them to buy something is going to be less effective than trying to get them either in your community or on your email list. So for me, because you know they don't know you well enough to buy yet, right? And the
Right.
transference of like, know, and trust from the host is going to be diluted because other people are coming on too, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I didn't really
But
ask her to create an event. I was really coming in as someone who was going to, use her studio. That's it. But now it's a whole event. We're selling tickets and everything. And
and
other
that's fine.
speakers are there
And
and
that's fine,
vendors.
but that proves my point, right? Like you're gonna be there, but you're gonna be there like every other speaker. They don't know you,
Right.
so that's tofu. So I would
Hmm.
prefer you get a high value opt-in
Lead
lead
magnet. Yeah.
magnet and give them that so that they
Yep.
get on your email list, and now you have multiple chances to sell to them.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a great question. All right. Any other
And you wouldn't ask for anything like to speak or anything because like really it was me who asked her to make time and I was gonna pay her, but now she's creating an event, right?
right?
Okay.
That's the value that she gave you back.
Mm-hmm.
She's creating an event. She's not just creating an event around you. She's creating an event with other people in it, which means those people are going to tell their audience, which is going to increase the chances of you getting more people into your audience that did not know you. So that was the value in exchange. Yeah. But I will say that in future events, though, you feel free to ask for money. You got a whole doctor in front of your name.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But thank you, Shay. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Kimberly, you off the mic?
Oh, I didn't mean to be. Sorry.
Hilarious. All right. So that's a great segue into y'all. If you will remember, I told y'all that the product-based businesses are now helping people to shop by concern, right? There, so instead of having all of these products and telling you, hey, we got this product for sale, what they're doing is they're saying, hey, if you need help with, right, then it's this product. If you need help with, then get this product, right? Which is really kind of meeting people where they are. Now they don't have to know about your product as much as they have to know what's going on with them that they're trying to solve. And then you're getting their attention that way. And then you're pointing them to a product, right? I told y'all that, and I gave y'all a way to do that for services. Well, I've actually implemented that. So if you go to, let me see, shaycannon.com/offers, you will see where I have implemented that. Let me move this out the way so I can see. Share my screen in this mug. Offers. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Can I pick that down? Can I pick that? Oh, let me get back to here we go. All right. So I'm telling them what I help with, right? Basically, I'm gonna help you get to your first 6 figures. And I'm telling them what they're experiencing first, right? You're experiencing these things, and what you're missing is a framework. Okay. And then I give my credibility, but then I say, how can you work with me? Learn more by clicking the square describing the best fit for you, right? And those are the squares, but probably better suited is the graphic below the squares. Let me see if I can, y'all know I'm old, so I be wanting to see everything at about 100. All right. So now you can see it all. Basically, they can choose to work with me by the best fit, but the fit really is about time or money, right? So I have no money to invest. I have very little money to invest. I have more time than money. I have some time and some money. I have some time and more money. I'm not spending my time. I got money, you do it, right? And so basically what happens is as they click these different boxes, they are going to get, let's see, they are going to get different options. But instead of clicking each one, I have this that y'all can see without going through all of that, right? So basically on level 1 for free, you can join my community or you can get this digital magazine that's about to release on next Monday, right? So the one where you got a little money, okay, well, you can get into the productivity membership or you can wait for the workshops, right? Oh, you got some money, some time. Guess what? You need to be in the course or you need to come to the annual retreat, because at this point we're into the framework, but it's the do-it-yourself framework. You can do it yourself through the course over 6 weeks, 12 weeks, however long you want, or you can come to the retreat 5 days, 4 nights and do your own blueprint, right? Or strategy session. That's the beginning of me doing your blueprint. Okay, then that means you got a little more money. Okay, up here on level 2, this is not only am I doing your well, I may or may not do your framework, but you already know the framework. You already have a blueprint from however you got it from me, and now I'm gonna walk alongside you to work that blueprint so that you can make the 6 figures, right? So you see how not only is the value going up, but the money is going up. And then of course my top level is I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna do the framework. I'm gonna manage your business. I'm gonna manage your team. You see what I'm saying? All the things. That's me being a fractional COO in your business. I need you guys to have this level of clarity in your business, right? Because you can't even offer things by fit if you don't know how they fit. You can't offer things by fit if you don't know what quote unquote fit is to them. But everything that I'm doing is based on the same thing, which is a framework that creates a roadmap. Okay? And that roadmap includes the fundamental foundation that you need to get to your first 6 figures. Now, are you going to try to free your way to it? Right? Or are you going to help me? Are you going to let me help you a little bit with either your time management or some, throwing some strategies out there for you to understand more and implement? Or are you going to learn the entire framework and do your own roadmap? Am I, as the expert, going to apply the framework and create a roadmap for you? Right? And then I'm going to walk alongside you so that you can work the roadmap and have me to help you pivot, or I'm going to do it for you. Right? So these are all ways of clarity for people to work with me. Do you have that for your business? Do you have that for your product? Okay, for y'all, I'll put the other link on here too, because it's really not that page wasn't for everybody. So that amount of clarity is what I need you to have in your business. And that clarity is not just based on what you want to do. It's based on how your avatar will respond and what they need. So again, you need to know your avatar. Okay. So any questions about what I just shared with you and what value did you get from it? Come off the mic.
Well, we talked about this yesterday during, I forget when, our work session on Monday, we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I did while you were just showing everybody else, I put the question in, into chat, how can I organize my services by customer need? Right. So then it could give me that hierarchy, which, I'm not sure that I agree with all of the way they did it, but at least it's a start. Right.
And so that, right?
Yeah, that's helpful. So yeah, thank you for that.
Of course. I love it. I love it.
So that's that hierarchy is different than a customer journey though, right?
Yes.
Bingo. Because we've seen this kind of structure before, but it was pretty much a customer journey. Once they get in this step, we want to push them to the next step and then push them to but this is different in that you have the different offerings and they get in where they fit in.
Exactly. If you want my help based on what you're willing to invest, you're going to get a return on investment that is on par with what you're willing to invest.
Got it.
You ain't got no money, you're going to have to come in here for free and get it how you live, right? So the more money you're willing to invest into getting a result out, the more of a result and transformation you're going to get. Yeah. Cool beans. Anybody else got anything that they wanted to say about it? Okay, cool beans.